It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Respect my authority!
Well, hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Right, today I'm gonna have to be quiet. I won't make much noise, so I'm gonna be speaking in low volume. I did try to increase the input on my mic, so hopefully you guys can hear me fine. Stop another black man, hobo, floppy sausage, Dr. Fairly Strange. BGs are bugged, check the forums. What are they bugged about? A BG match is froze twice, cost me. Apparently others are experiencing it. I'll check that out. Carl Weathers and say, sure thing. What do you see in Titania? I can't say anything. I'll show you guys soon enough. But Nestro, try Howard for this meta. He'll I don't have one ranked up, so I don't think I will. But what's up with Battlegrounds? Yeah, I don't have Howard ranked. Is Starkey really good in this meta? If you're not running Liquid Courage Double Edge, it is. Okay. Lost 3 BG matches in a row. Problems. Well, I'm gonna try one match. And we'll see if we do fine. BG bugged. What is happening with BGs? What's up, Nestro? BG's glitching right now. I was going for top 500. Oh man, that means I can't play BGs? What do we do then? Do I... Ooh, nice, Nestro. Congratulations. I'm a bit jealous on that. I'd love a rank 4 Spidey Supreme as well. Huge news to share. Okay, let us know, Duxtro. Share your news. Okay, right. Right, so what do I do? Because I don't want to waste my points. Because I am, at the moment, in about 3rd place. Yeah, at the moment I'm in 3rd spot overall. So if I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win very few points. If I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose a ton of points. So I don't really want to right now. I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to change the stream. We can still chill out for a bit if you guys want. If you guys want. Battlegrounds up. Evidently bugged. Arena it is. So we're gonna probably grind some arena for a bit. I'm sorry guys. I apologize. I did not intend to mislead you with title. I'm adjusting the thumbnail. I'm adjusting the title of the stream. If you want to leave, I'll fully understand. But if you guys still want to hang out for a bit, we can hang out for a bit and I'll grind a bit of arena. So my alliance mates miraculously went from Diamond 1 to Vibranium, another bug. Jesus Christ. Oh, miracles happen. Friendly. You can do friendlies. I don't have a deck for friendlies right now. I really don't. But yeah, I'm sorry, Q, because I need to make a friendly deck, because this one is for crit me with your best shot, and this one was for the region and block thing. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna grind a bit of arena instead of friendlies for now, because I do need to get more units and I have been slacking on arena, so I'm just gonna jump on the opportunity to get in a bit of arena points. I have a few new things as well about my account, obviously, if you saw the polls. Overall thoughts on Rocket? I think he's gonna be good. I'm not sure if he's going to be super good in this meta, because I don't feel like running Rocket with Liquid Courage Double Edge. Maybe, though. Maybe. But I think he's going to be quite good. Do you do suicides and non-suicides in PGs? It depends on meta. In this week's meta, I definitely play with Liquid Courage Double Edge on. In previous week's metas, for most part, I played without. So, again, it entirely depends on what nodes there are. Only managed to get Vulcan Wiccan from features. Oh, sorry to hear, man. Well, hey, what's up, Mr. Friendly? But yeah, it always... look at that. Always entirely depends on what nodes you're going up against. Like, for instance, Masochism. When we had Masochism metas, I run Liquid Courage Double Edge like all the time. This week as well, you get a ton of benefits for running Liquid Courage Double Edge, because your defenders don't take recoil damage, your defenders don't take Liquid Courage Double Edge damage, and they obviously punish much, much, much harder if opponent makes a mistake. So your defense is effectively, oh crap, much, much, much beefier. Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Your defense is much, much, much beefier. Yeah, Joe Fixit does need to be duped. Let's hope Quicksilver doesn't become your new Scorpion. Trust me, man. I really, really, really hope so. So now I'm going to be trying to gather all of the Science Crystals, Science Nexuses and stuff like that that I can get. Yeah, we're both hunting for Quicksilver, apparently, XLR right now. But at the very least, I at least got everything else that I wanted. Hey, what's up, AB? How are you doing? I like this current meta. Went from Uru 2 to Arcane. Nothing compared to many, but still happy. Yeah, this meta, in the day one, at the very least, I did quite well. Actually, I kind of purposely... I know that all my previous weeks, I kind of lost a lot, but I did it on purpose because I didn't want to... didn't want to push too hard too early. And when I was ranking champions, I was ranking champions keeping this meta in mind. And at the very last day of the previous meta, I just wanted to kind of prove to myself a bit more and played off stream a bunch. And I went like 8-1 and climbed up to like 20th. 20th spot or so. And I knew that I'm going to be pushing this meta harder, and I played obviously the morning stream and like a couple of matches afterwards, and I made it to top 3. So I'm gonna try and, you know, maintain that top 3 for the rest of the week, or hopefully get higher. I'm sure I'm gonna drop out at some point as well. What's wrong with Battlegrounds? Apparently they just glitch out whenever you enter them, or you can't select your attackers, and they're just really, really glitchy. There are tons of people complaining right now that, you know, their matches don't load when you start a match, when it starts that countdown timer, and it just doesn't enter the fight, for instance. Things like that. So it does seem that there are quite a lot of issues in Battlegrounds right now, so I'm just gonna, you know, play it safe. Because I made it to top 3 before the update, I'd rather not screw around too much. I lost straight. Don't worry, man. You lose some, you win some. I think I have lost like 8 straight at some point. Losing is part of Battlegrounds, man. So don't even worry about it. Yeah, I started the stream without knowing that you were going to do a stream, but you know, I am doing a stream that was meant to be Battleground stream. But as I started, people told me about it. How does it feel to grind arena with Liquid Courage Double Edge on? Feels tremendously better. Daily duel, it's Mysterio, I believe, but what is the duel target? I forgot. I haven't done arena in a week, feels good. I thought arena is the best game mode for you, though. I think Scarlet OG is worth the Mystic Awakening gem. She could be. She actually, it depends. This week, I'm not sure if I would run her. No, I probably would run her with Liquid Courage Double Edge if I had her awakened, but she would also need super high sig. A teammate of mine, White Mummy, White Mummy. Rank 4, his Scarlet Witch. Mystery pull, okay. I'm gonna go and do that mystery pull fight in a second then. Okay, I'll pin that. Oh, no, that's it. My true love arenas, exactly. Thank you very much, Ankit. 1.2 million enough for top 500? I don't know, probably, yeah. I don't know, John. I have no clue. Because the previous season scores, they don't matter. Because the scoring system is completely different. And nobody knows whether 1.2 million is going to be enough. And do Shang-Chi worth rank 3? Yeah, I did. I do think, I mean, you asked Ankit, but if you ask me, then I think Shang-Chi is worth it, yes. When tier 6 based in tier 3 alpha from 18's rank 4 KT, do you consider Spot or Titania? For fun, BGs. Depends. For this week specifically, for this week, Titania. Overall Spot. Yes, I do have a 6-star Blackpool. What's up, man? How are you doing? I have a 6-star, 135, 6 stones expiring. Who would you give it to? Rank 4 Kingpin, rank 3 Cap Infinity War, or to Meg Red, or give I-Bomb Science and Gem in Sims. Generic Gem to Ranger. I would probably... I would most likely do Rintra. Keep in mind, at end of the month, we will get a generic Awakening Gem in that Cyber Weekend stuff. I can promise you there will be a generic Awakening Gem in that Cyber Weekend stuff. So I'd give it to Rintra probably. Yeah, I pulled quite a few of those Shang-Chi guys. I did pull quite a few of Shang-Chi's. Does Wiccan need dupe? Yes. Pulled White Max, kind of mad about it. White Max is actually very good. And he's, more importantly, very, very, very good to have. So, you should be quite happy with that. Send over my rocket stuff. Did it all fights? Alright, thank you, Calentech. Yeah. Start sending them over. Let me know when you're done and I'll upload the video. Don't do Cyber Weekend? Okay, then fair enough. There will be a 6-star generic gem probably in 8.2 as well, or some other place soon. I think you can use... I say to everybody, use your Awakening Gems, but I'm sitting on 4 generics. But it's true, use your Awakening Gems. Bishop duped, more sass. Oh, 1 second. 1 second. It looks fine today. Why, thank you. Didn't really do anything then, but thank you very much. Come on, just be dead. Please leave no Gallen. Oh, sorry to hear that. Dupe. I need excellent. Which champion are you talking about, Duxtro? I mean, Rintra? About 60 is where I took my Rintra. To go for featured since 50-50 chance. Yes, go for featured AB. I think I would. Bishop duped. More sassy Sauron, all duped. Who would you rank for defense? Alliance for defense or Battlegrounds defense? Overall, I would go with Bishop, because he's defender and attacker. Generic. No, you ain't got another. Nice, congratulations on the Rift Gem. I did not. Oh, right, I need to go and do that, my fight. Yes, I think Wiccan does require dupe for attack. Pretty much. It does help him quite a bit. It lets him do more matchups as well. Basically, I'm saying it's very, very, very good to have. Do you use Angela for small cosmic objective? No, I used Proxima. Against Snake, I used Proxima. It's an impulse KT. Good very successful ratio overall. Thanks, Corpse. Yeah, I got most of what I wanted. Quite happy with that. Which meta do you don't like the most? Okay, which metas in Battlegrounds I don't like the most? I don't like the nuke metas. I don't like when nodes don't matter much. So basically I didn't like most week 3 meta, I'd say. If it and victory track meta. when it feels like the nodes do not have much impact. I don't like that. And yeah, I don't like when it's just basically whoever nukes whatever quicker. You know? So I got Archangel. We need more Archangel, or Archangel really does want to be awakened. Archangel really needs a gem. Who do you think is the most under... Got Mutant Awakening gem. Just pull the Magred. I would give it to Archangel personally. I would give it to Archangel. Who do you think is the most underrated champion in the game? It's always subjective. I still think people are absolutely oblivious of how good Mr. Fantastic is. I think Juggernaut's climbing up there. I think Massacre is climbing up there as absolute powerhouses of the game, and people don't realize that. I think who else I think is very underrated. I still think Guardian should be recognized somewhat more. Yeah, Guardian definitely. Black Cat is underrated as fuck. Bishop still underrated by many. So is Yellow Jacket. Yeah, there's quite a few. Where's Mr. Fantastic useful though? Virtually everywhere in game. He's good ward defender, he's good war attacker, he's usable in alliance quests. He's very great for a ton of problematic questing fights and boss fights and things like that. Obviously, he's amazingly good for as a support champion to give your champions petrify or power stings and stuff like that. He's good in Battlegrounds. I use Mr. Fantastic in most of the metas. Not all, but most. So yeah, I think Mr. Fantastic is absolutely still slept on by so many people. Alright, let's bring in... I rank 3 my Titania. My Rocket's still rank 2, but we can kind of bring him in. Have a bit of fun. And who else do I want to bring in? I want to bring in Juggy. Where's Juggy? Okay, and the rest of them I'll just bring in Human Torch and Archangel, because why not? So is Rocket a beast now? I think Rocket's going to be very good. I don't think I want to try out Rocket too much with Liquid Courage of Ledge and Battlegrounds. But who knows? Maybe I'll definitely take him to rank 3 next level up. Tell you that much. I will rank 3 my Rocket. Odin is very good, yes. Come on. Oh, right, I didn't get rid of that. Hello. Congrats on your Gallen. Well, thank you very much. Shang-Chi for first rank 5? Don't think so. But I definitely got a lot of SIGs on him today. What bug are you talking about, BGs? Well, apparently it glitches out and doesn't let you in fights. And just things like that. Yeah, Misty is underrated, I agree. Misty is better. I don't think Misty is like absolutely bonkers insane, but I do think that she should be appreciated more. Huh. Dude, purify the poisons. How many? Dude. Finally. 4 heavy attacks in, we get some euros. I had, I think yesterday, the worst RNG for Archangel in one of my fights against Domino, ironically. And Mystic, I think if they just give her some tiny tweaks, it would be so much better. For instance, if when you get the guaranteed crits, the precision would be replaced by cruelty, and that would be really helpful for Misty. And then her SIG ability. Her SIG ability is just so awful. SIG ability is really one of the most useless SIG abilities in recent times. It's really, really, really bad sig ability. Howard, fair enough. Gallen gets... Oh, well, I mean, Gallen is crazy. This meta, though, he isn't that big of a problem. I banned Gallen always, all the time, up until this meta. In this meta, I'm not banning him if I see him. And yeah, in this meta, AA and Torture are useless. Does Gore need dupe? Offensively, yes. And a high sig. He does. Well, oh no, wait, this is gonna be a shitty idea. This is a shitty idea. Because as soon as I activate my special attack. I need to go to level 3. Suck it, let's go. Yeah, whatever. This was a very shitty idea. Yeah, I do have Juggernaut in my deck. I do think he's very good for this meta. I had one very good Juggy fight against Black Cat. Yeah, against Black Cat. Where did the Black Cat like under 30 seconds. And you know, you need to intercept stuff. So, I did rank 3 my Sig 20 weekend. I think a lot of people are still sleeping on him, kind of. So, you know, he's fine. Look at that candy shop. My last candies, or almost my last candies. What do I want to get? Suppose I'm just gonna... Second. Is there anything of importance left? I think I have bought like all the cabs now. Yeah, almost all the cabs. Can get like one more. Whatever, I'll figure it out later. I have 8,000 7-star shards or something like that. I have about 8,000 7-star shards. Oh yeah, Hulkling can do... sorry, Juggy can do Hulkling stupid fast. That's quite fun too, yes. The fight can go slightly wrong, but if it doesn't, it can be really silly fast. Man-Thing needs awakening. I mean, it helps, but even an awakened Man-Thing is usable in defense. Sleeping on Cosmic Awakening Gem. Do Gallen normally? Is this stupid? Missing a lot. I don't think you're missing too much from Gallen's awakened ability. I'll take my Gallen to rank 3 unduped initially. And if I decide to take him to rank 4, I'll awaken him. Something like that. I mean, it is a good to have ability, don't get me wrong. Someone has 999 7-star shots. No, they obviously put the 999 on, so nobody can open it. What's wrong with BG? It's just glitchy as fudge. And it doesn't let you into fights often and stuff like that. Next 6 Awakening Archangel or Hercules for Act 7 Night? Hercules. I mean, both are important, but I'd go Hercules first. Oh yeah, if they didn't buff Ant-Man, Ant-Man would be insane on defense in this meta. You're absolutely right on that one. Ant-Man would be absolutely brutal. What CPU? Well, the thing is, John, my computer is too shit. And I think it's mainly down to video card. My computer is quite old, and I got it kind of like as basically a box of scraps pieced together by a ex-colleague of mine. So you don't really want to know what my computer is, because my computer is not anywhere powerful enough to do what I want it to do. Yeah, so there's that. And at the moment, with times being tough, life being tough, and there are many things quite uncertain about my future, I just can't afford to invest in a new one either. Took me from Arcane 1 down to Gamma. Sorry to hear, man. You're at 646. Nice, Alex. Good job, man. You want to have Nexus with Mephisto, Domino, Black Widow, Clairvoyant. Oh crap. She survived. Well, for me, in 613, I don't know who to pick between Black Widow, Clairvoyant, and Domino. I already have both. So at the moment I pick Domino. Alex, I think. Oh no, if you mean for Battlegrounds, I'd pick Domino. For story content, I'd pick Black Widow, Clairvoyant. For story content, Black Widow, Clairvoyant. For Battlegrounds, Domino. But if you really want to know my CPU and GPU stuff, I can't tell you. Stop. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Alright, here we go. This PC. I have 16 gigs of RAM, which is more than enough, I think. Probably more than enough. And I have 3.18 core gigahertz AMD processor. That's quite old, but it's all based on quite old motherboard, and the video card isn't the greatest. Where can I find my video card? Yeah, anyways, doesn't matter, but my video card and motherboard aren't the best because it's outdated. The CPU and GPU, yeah, there you go. 16 gigabytes. And processors AMD FX 8 core 3.1 gigahertz. BG is taken down temporarily. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Is Electro still in your deck? No, I took him out. What's up, Aman? How are you doing? Yeah, I took out my Electro for now. But a new PC. For me, it's gonna be better to get new PC because the motherboard is outdated as well. But at the moment, I can't afford to get a new PC. Use a Mystic Gem and Max 6 Scarlet OG, any BGs. In this meta, yes. In this meta, Scarlet Witch is going to be insane. In the rest of them, I'm not super sure. Also, rank 3 Captain Britain incoming. Yeah, Captain Britain in this Battlegrounds meta is crazy good. Yeah, Titania is good in Battlegrounds, absolutely. Aaron is spoiling me there. Thank you very much, Aaron. Thank you. That's very nice, very generous. But let's put you as one above all there. Thank you very much. You the man? No, you the man, my friend. Also, if you guys want to show support for the channel, then it's always greatly appreciated. I could not be doing this without you guys. So hit those like buttons, hit those sub buttons, recommend the channel to the friends. That is the most important, always. But if you do have a sudden urge to rid yourself of some of your money, well then Streamlabs is by far the best way to do it. Oh crap, sis. Alright, no degenerate robots. Wait, what's happening there? Thank you. You're very welcome. And thank you. What's up, Jason? How are you doing? That'll be more than enough. Looks like I'm going to be doing my opening soon. If 7 stars are in fact working on dupes. Yeah, 7 stars are working. I got my 7 star shards. So best of luck, Ace Fusion. Best of luck. Mystic Dispersion necessary in this meta? I'm not running it. So I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I mean, I have faced many people who do run it. I do have ads on, but ads on streams are kind of meaningless. Ads on videos matter. Ads on stream, like, what's the best way to put it? I think the biggest stream that I have had viewed is like 40,000 views. And I had like about 2,000 people watching it at the same time, and ad revenue from that stream was like $8. or $10, something like that. So when you stream, you can, like, I can tap on a button and some of you will see ads right now, but these ads are very, very, very meaningless, relatively speaking. So whenever I stream, you know, if I get super chats, it's cool and nice and great, it's appreciated, but that's pretty much the only potential kind of like money that I earn during streams. Everything else is, you know, either you make a video and video does well, or you make a video and video does poorly and then you get nothing. Yeah, BG's temporarily taken down because they seem to be very, very buggy. You just gave us an ad? Yeah, I just gave some of you an ad, yes. 2K 7-star shots? Nice. Congratulations. BGs? BGs are down. There are no BGs. BGs have been taken temporarily down. Do you know if I lose points in BG if I don't do it? No, you don't lose points. Whatever points you have right now, that's it. You can't lose points over time. Yeah, so if you don't do any more BGs from today onwards, you do not lose points. What you do miss out on, what you end up missing out on, is the objectives and milestones and stuff like that.
John Samus $4.99.
Well, thank you very much, John. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Go with 10K. I think it's gonna be 10K most likely. Thanks, man. No worries. You're welcome, man. You're welcome, lad. By the way, how is my volume? I increased the gain amount on my mic. How does the voice sound? Because I'm speaking relatively low, but I increased amplification on my mic. So I hope it doesn't become choppy or something like that, because it is like a digital amplification. Would you please show your mastery setup? You want to see my mastery setup. You want to see mastery setup that I am using right now for Battlegrounds. The mastery setup that has been doing tremendously well for me to a point where I, in a single day, jumped to top 3 globally. You want to acquire my mastery setup. Well,
I can answer that for money.
Yeah, fine, I'll show you in a second. Top 3, that's inspiring, yeah. I mean, hopefully I'll finish somewhere in top 3 by then. Literally just suicide? Yeah, it's literally just suicide. I was thinking of being cheeky. I was thinking of doing 2 different things. And I actually did it for a bit, but then I changed my mind. I might use that setup later, but I was thinking of maxing out, not maxing out, but putting points in greater strength instead of precision. But then I realized that I want my precision to be kept for champions that have high crit rates, where I don't need to get the intercepts. In matchups against champions that are good against guaranteed crits. So for instance, if I... Okay, let me explain this one. After this fight. Is BG bugged? Yes, BG has taken down. BG is evidently bugged. Oh, stupid pull. Leave me alone. For like CGR? Yeah, basically for like CGR or a few other champions that I run. Because you want to be critting naturally a lot against champions like Nova and Ebony Maw and a few others. Yes, AA is absolutely trash in this meta. So, in the morning I actually was thinking I'll be smart, I'll disable my precision. And yeah, and I'll put those points in here, where I could put 6 extra points, so I could gain like 5 point something % extra attack. But then I figured it's probably not worth it because it's not like you all the time always gonna T-Dag and intercept. And then there are champions that we can run like stealthies or CGRs or other champions that have like super high crit rates that do not necessarily have to be you know, on that guaranteed crit juice all the time. So because of that, I kind of went for a relatively standard build here. So I did leave the precision in. Or I didn't just ban those champions because I want to ban different champions for different strategies, and I don't like for my bans to be tied. The most effective strategy in Battlegrounds is to ban what your opponents love. And when you play high level, most of the people you kind of know. For instance, against Dab, I know that he's like very good with Ghost, or Q is very good with Starkey, and like Zac is very good with Starkey, and so on and so forth. You know, when you play the same people many times, you kind of know which champions they play best with, and you kind of want to be free to ban those champions. Otherwise, you're just going to be screwed. So there's that. That's what I do anyways. What's up, Grindfall? Do you think Unduped Sunspot works? Yes, I think Unduped Sunspot works in Battlegrounds still. Unduped Sunspot at the very least can work in Battlegrounds. So anyways, so I put the precision back on. You could technically put those precision points in the greater strength. I just explained why I put the extra crit masteries. Because of like Nova, because of Ebonimo and a handful of other champions. Right, then this is my defense, where I'm running max inequity. And the reason for max inequity is also quite simple. Everybody's virtually running Liquid Courage Double Edge, right? And I'm also running few choice champions like Havoc and a handful of others. And max inequity kind of tunes down opposing kingpins. It tunes down, you know, champions that aren't immune to Liquid Courage Double Edge. Helps Havoc be tankier. It helps Null be tankier, and so on and so forth. So I'm choosing to run max inequity, 1 point in Coagulate, just to kind of help me out a bit, not to lose too much health there. And here it's just max limber. I'm also thinking that in this meta, max limber might not be necessary, because you kind of don't mind when you get stunned for too much, because obviously if you're stunned, your opponent can't be intercepting. I know it's kind of silly, but I said max limber wouldn't be good. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe I'll take out 4 points of limber, and if I do so, then I'll distribute them somewhere else. But that's just basic. Yeah. Well, to be honest, it is easy to play around as well. Like Barrowman didn't... like Barrowman also didn't have max limber, but it was very easy to play around, where I just parried. I saw it's not max limber, so I just stood there for like a second. I mean, that second time it did buy, but you can just kind of play around that one a bit. Okay, what's up, Pika? Does Shang-Chi need to be awakened? I mean, it helps, but Shang-Chi is not a champion that I would give a gem to or 6 stones to personally. It's not better to maximize recall, so you can kill them with 1 super. But if you don't, then you're gonna take a crap ton of damage. But max recall is interesting thought. But yeah, there are plenty of times when it would bite you in the ass, though. There are plenty of times. It was basically the same, except I have those limber points and deep wounds. Yeah, deep wounds are irrelevant this time around, though. Like, why would you want deep wounds? Because, you know, bleed does no damage right now, right? So why deep wounds? James Gunn's DC came in 5G. Yes, I heard something about it, yeah. It can still be useful to reduce abilities and heal lock. Say Sinister. I think it's still a shit idea. Hey, what's up, JJ? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Not for BG? Fair enough. Imagine rank 4 CGR max recall. That's true. I mean, max recall is a interesting thought, I'm not gonna lie. Max glass cannon, well, the problem is I don't want my health pool to be reduced. I want my champions to have as much health as possible. Do you use Jaggi? Yeah. Jaggi is in my deck. Jaggi is in my deck. Await champs like Scorpion, Quicksilver. Awaiting Kate. Yeah, Scorpion awaited me for a very long time, and I really hope Quicksilver is not the same story. I hope I get Quicksilver before he comes to basic arena, because number one, I really don't want to grind another arena like that, because his cutoff is going to be stupid high. And always run 3 out of 3 glass cannon. It kind of makes sense from one side, because obviously with max glass cannon you take less liquid courage double edge damage, a bit, but who knows. But yeah, Jaggi is very good in Battlegrounds for sure. I can't see the gold pull event. You have it. Do you have sigil? Because I think that gold pull thing is specifically for those who have sigil. It's nothing important in that gold pull quest. You just get like 150,000 gold a week. Here's what Quicksilver, you get Gallen. I mean, obviously Gallen is the main one, so I am happy with my opening. It's just I do care about Quicksilver because Quicksilver is 2nd highest prestige or 3rd highest prestige or 4th highest prestige, something like that. Anyways, Quicksilver has prestige, and I quite like him. I don't think he's like insane, broken, beyond repair or something like that, but I do quite like him. And I also want to have him for prestige, because prestige soon is going to be very important again. So my defenders are literally small. Yes. So your defenders are literally small, because in Battlegrounds as well, when you run glass cannon, here's the thing what people don't understand. For instance, your champion health pool is 40,000, right? Max out glass cannon, instead of 40,000, your champion health pool is 35,000, right? And then you get the 300% multiplication. So you get 35,000 times 3, and your champion would have 105,000 health pool on defense. If you don't run glass cannon, let's say your champion health pool is 40k, and then you multiply by 3, it's 120,000, because the difference is 3 times bigger once you get multiplied. So it is like whole 15,000 health pool difference when you run glass cannon. So you really, I thought about using glass cannon, but I never did it, not a single meta, because I'm just, yeah, kind of cautious of making my champion health pool smaller. I don't think it's worth that. Isn't it 4 times? Or maybe it's 4 times, something like that. But what I'm trying to say is I don't think it's worth to gain 5% extra attack to reduce your health pool for effectively 15% on defense. Especially considering that Liquid Courage Double Edge as is gives you 60% attack. You know what I mean? I don't think there's that much of a difference between 60 or 65%. Oh, sorry to hear, Vegeta. Sorry to hear, man. I did at least get that Gallen. At least I don't stun your gun. Fair enough. What is your gem? What are my thoughts on it? I think it's fine. We'll see. Hope he does well. That's all I think. I hope James does well. Do you think they will nerf Gallen? I think there is a good possibility that they will tune down Gallen, yes. So on a personal note, I really like Gallen. I think he's OP champion. I'll take him to rank 3 pretty much immediately, but I'll not rank 4 him before I know whether they will or will not. Who do you rate higher, Wiccan or Rintra? 100%. But Wiccan also has his redeeming qualities. But overall, I rate higher Rintra, because Rintra is better like two-way champion, let's say for Battlegrounds, because he's a tanky defender, and Wiccan is like one of the squishiest champions in the game. Offensively though, again, I think Wiccan is more... What's the best way to put it? I think he has more utility. I think there are more fights that you can do with Wiccan. I think he can do harder fights. But he's also very risky and squishy. You have any winning? Great pulsar. Thank you very much, Answer Man. Oh, you better have hit that like button. Ultron Guardian Omega Sentinel for my 3rd rank 4. I have Guardian and Omega Sentinel as my rank 4s, and I love having both of them, to be honest. I don't know if I had to pick in between I would say it's in between Guardian and Omega Sentinel. I think both of those champions have merit. It depends how comfortable you are with Omega Sentinel, because Guardian is underrated as fuck. What's wrong with Battlegrounds? Oh, well, it's very simple. They are down right now completely. They were buggy, so Kabam completely took them down. I think they might end up the BG season early. No, I think they're gonna sort out whatever crap happened with this update. I don't think they're gonna end up season early. I mean, Gallen should be very good. I'm not saying that they will tune down Gallen. I'm not saying that at all. But I can easily see them doing it at the same time. Open 17 feature duped weekend. Miles Archangel, Mr. Ninja, Gallen walk. Nice, congratulations, man. Congrats on your opening. Sorry you didn't get Quicksilver that soon. Thank you, Death. And I hope so. I hope so. Because I really don't want Quicksilver to become... I really do not want Quicksilver to become the next Scorpion. Getting Kabam so badly. Spoiled 6-star Darkhawk. Jane Foster, Electro, OG Black Widow. Oof. Sorry, man. Sorry to hear. Is that Gallen feels... Gallen does feel a bit stupid, I'm not gonna lie. What the reason why he feels stupid as well, and here's the thing, what I think they might do, they might reduce his burst damage slightly, because the way they tune Gallen right now is that he can level 1 or 1 special burst down many fights, and because of the current kind of like health pools, because he just happens to be pretty much exactly taking down almost all the Alliance War defenders in 1 burst, you know? That's not like mini boss or boss. But who knows what they'll do. When we're getting... I don't think we are as a goal. I don't think we are at this point. Okay. Does he though? I mean, I guess it depends on matchups and all that, but... Does he though? Like, because I remember with my 5-star being able to nuke down some champions with 2 level 1s or 2 level 1s and a bit. I don't know. I keep opening feature crystals. Yeah, you should. I would, because now 6-star shards are quite bit easier to acquire. For instance, I was able to save like the 500k shards, and I kept opening previous feature crystal up until like halfway point. I was still hunting for that Scorpion till about halfway point of this feature crystal, and I still managed to save plenty. So I'm still open for at least a month. Next crystals. Hey, what's up, Lord Shadow, Neen, Warsani, hiding, Manny Singh, welcome everybody. I guess what most open 1 feature, the only champ who I already have from that pool is Mr. Negative, who's vacant, and I pulled him again. Oh, sorry to hear, man. That sucks. I like how realistic you are. So many oblivious to Gallen's potential, and I don't think he'll get tuned down. I'm not saying he will, just like you, but it's very... Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm not in Kabam, I don't work there. But out of every champion released this year, I can see, you know, if there is anybody that they think they might need to tune down for it to be Gallen. I'm not saying that that's exactly what I would. I don't have access to all the data and, you know, comparable things and stuff like that. But ultimately, if they announce that we will be tuning down Gallen's burst damage by like 15%, I'd be like, I get, you know, I'm not saying that's what I do. I'm not saying that's what I want to happen. But I'm also not going to be like, oh my god, I did not see this coming. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I can understand why, you know. I'm not necessarily happy with it, but I can understand why they would do it. You should try rocket without suicide damage, seems in the range. I will when I take them off, obviously. I'm not gonna take off my masteries just to test out rocket right now. But I think his damage is gonna be fine. I think the bits of utility is what he's gonna be good. I'm gonna record my opening and only said 230k. Hey, best of luck, Lord Shadow. Best of luck, man. Hope you get everything you need. 1 7-star crystal would be worth. I think it's gonna be 10k. Could be 15. It's gonna be one of the two. Could be 10 or 15k. Unduped War Machine worth ranking up. War Machine's kind of like take it or leave it champion for most. So, you know, it's up to you. If you really like him, go for it. The opening was rare. It was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. Only big miss was Gallen with the Crystal twice. Nice. Congratulations, Michael Stover. Congratulations. I only had one champion. I didn't get either. BG's when? I don't know. They're down at the moment. So, you know, hopefully BG's tomorrow morning. So you don't have BG's? Yeah, they took down them temporarily. Hopefully they will put them back on, you know, in an hour or a couple hours. There seems to be some big bugs happening. Titania and Walk needs dupe and a high sig. I'm not sure that Titania's dupe, from what I read, is nice, but I don't think it's a must-have. Valkyrie, I do think that needs a dupe and high sig to get that utility against Unstoppables. I think Valkyrie is playable unawakened as well, but obviously when you awaken she gets like quite a bit of more in her kit. The Odin need dupe? No, Odin's dupe is not important. Yeah, 6-star dupe is giving 2 7-5 7-star shots. Yeah, I think the same, so it's most likely going to be the 10k. Valkyrie's natural sig 100. My Valkyrie's natural sig 20. But my Shang-Chi, where's my Shang-Chi? My Shang-Chi was what, sig 80, and I didn't even know that he's sig 80. But now he is sig 160. So, you know. Does Gallen need dupe? I mean, Gallen, you know, it's good to have it. I think it's very good to have it, but I think he's also already rankable, playable, and amazing unduped. Playing before they took down BGs, and bug happened when my game froze and randomly assigned champs to both of our teams. Yeah, so apparently that was happening a lot. Apparently many people just didn't get let in the fight after you set up the matchup. Dude, Mr. Negative 3 times in my opening. Could be worse. Mr. Negative is decent too. What about Gore buff? What about it? I'm very happy that he's getting a buff, because I have a rank 4. I think I have a rank 4 Sig 200 Gore now. Sweet spot for Gallen? What do you mean sweet spot? Sig level wise? I don't know. I haven't checked. Sorry. I can take. Well, we can take a look right now. I think Gallen also had like specific Sig levels that. I think it was kind of like Kingpin, where you want, you know, either Sig 1 or Sig something. But against 1 to 3 indefinite. Yeah. So stun immune and deals a burst of. So this damage doesn't matter. What matters is only how many he gains whenever his immunity triggers. So you either have him at Sig 1, Sig 58, so Sig 1, Sig 58, or Sig 200. Those are the only things that matter. So 660 is sweet spot, ultimately. 660 is the sweet spot. We doing Titania guide? Yeah, I will be doing something about Titania. I already took her to rank 3. She was the first champion I took to rank 3 because I think she can be absolutely bonkers in this meta. And I want to test her out in Battlegrounds. I took her to rank 3 and added to my deck, but I didn't get a chance to use her. I think how many 6 stones should I give Valkyrie? Valkyrie kind of needs to be 200. Any exact date? At the very end of the month. So another 3 weeks or so. There's no exact date, but you can take a look at when they did the announcement for Gore and Valkyrie and add 1 month to it, basically. What is it? November 2nd. So, you know, December 2nd ish, plus minus 3 days, something like that. What about Gore buff? What do you mean, what about Gore buff? I'm happy that Gore's getting buff. Audience coming. Yeah, Titania can stack up quite few arenas easy. Well, I'm sorry, Battlegrounds are down right now. Look how Old Man, true accuracy, plus guaranteed crits. Yeah, Old Man would be quite good. Look at how. Okay. So, if I missed your question, please ask again. I'm doing my best to answer as many of you as I can, but obviously, there's just one of me, and there's a couple hundred of you, and you know, I'm trying. Give me some credit for that, but can't catch all of the questions. So, you know, be understanding, and if there's something very important, then please ask again. Is Valkyrie a good BG champion? I think she could be. I haven't seen too much of her, but it is probably because not too many people had her ranked. I think it will depend on metas. I think it will definitely depend on metas. I think she could be quite good BG champion. But again, you know, we're gonna find out soon. Next season is when we're gonna find out whether she's a good BG champion, because this season's almost over. I don't think she's gonna be good for this meta, and people are only now acquiring her at large. So next month we're gonna see that. Would you gem Quicksilver? Yes, I would. Your Titania duped? Yes, my Titania is 620. What's your opinion? Well, they pretty much explained what they are going to buff with Gore, and that is exactly what I wanted them to buff. The two things I wanted them to do with Gore, there might have been third. So, the two most important things that I said. Shadow magic buffs do not last long enough. He should have a way to either pause them on basic hits a bit, or just increase the duration of his shadow magic buffs. That's one. So you don't need to worry about all the time trying to get new shadow magic buffs, because as soon as opponent refuses to throw special attack, your damage just kind of falls off the cliff. That's one. And the second thing is that his undermine, I said, that needs to be paused on special attacks, just like shadow magic buffs are, or need to be extended in some way. Which are the exact two things Kebab said that they will look at Gore. If I, you know, wanted to go any further than that, then I think they should give him another tag or something where he gains more of his pre-fights. Because at the moment, there's only like 5 or 6 hashtag God champions in the game. And if you look at all the gods, you know, you hardly ever see them in anywhere where it matters. If you take a look at champion info filters, we have God, and you know, we have Valkyrie, Thor, Ragnarok, Trojan, Foster, OG, Thor, Odin. You know, you don't ever fight against these champions aside in like some story content. These aren't Alliance War defenders, really. You know, aside from Herc's like pretty much the only one really that you go up against, and maybe Thor, Ragnarok, right? Heimdall maybe somewhere, but that's it. You know, there's just very few of them, and none of them are kind of like Battlegrounds defenders, prolific Alliance War defenders, and stuff like that. So I think they could have given him, you know, another like title. What's this? Rising Power? I don't know. No, Rising Power, no, that's like Mystics. Dimensionals, I don't know, maybe Dimensionals, or maybe Symbiotes, because he has that symbiote. Yeah, I think they could have given him Gods and Symbiotes, for instance, because he has Necro Sword, so it kind of would make sense that, you know, he's OP against Symbiotes, right? He has like basically that Symbiote Mega Sword. So, you know, I think that would kind of make sense. I think yeah. Villains of the contest, maybe. Against the Yellow Jacket Ultron, like, you know, something like that. Not saying what exactly, but I think they could have just given him another tag that he gains his pre-fights from. Because at the moment, he pretty much never gain any pre-fights. Hey, what's up, Doctor? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. How's Quicksilver? I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Was Rocket made to counter Sinister and BGs? I mean, he does. He would do a good job. A good shot there. Yeah, Rocket will counter Sinisters in BGs. Heroes would be too wide. I think with hero tag, it's going to be too popular. You know, I can understand why Kabam doesn't want to give him hero tag. But, you know, something else. He already faced Nick Fury in this meta? Yeah, I have faced a bunch of Nick Furies. I know that he doesn't degen in Second Life. Nice opening though. Thank you, Doc. Appreciate that. But yes, guys, remember, 5th of November. Already passed when everybody did that firework thing. But remember, if you enjoy the streams, if you enjoy the channel, then show a bit of love, show a bit of support. I couldn't be doing this without you, and I appreciate every single one of you. And that is the best thing about me doing this. It is a mutually beneficial relationship. You guys get to hang out with me and hopefully get some entertaining videos and guides. And I get all of your lovely company. So hit those like buttons, hit those sub buttons, hit all the good buttons. It does matter a lot, apparently. And it does mean a lot to me. Definitely. So hit the likes, hit the subs. Hit the super chats if you feel like that you have too much money. And all of that is appreciated. The best way, though, if you want to liberate yourself from some extra cash, is right here. Streamlabs. What do you think of the OG visual change? I haven't really paid much attention to it yet. I think it's fine, though. You know, it looked alright from what I saw. Good, this new meta. One special tool and he kills almost everything. Good to know. Unfortunately, my 6-star is rank 1 and duped. But thanks for letting me know, Lord. We're spinning featured for Gore after buff. We'll have featured champs like that. We'll see. I mean, I don't know how he will be after buff, you know? I can't see how good he's going to be. But what's the best way to put it? I am not upset whatsoever with the fact that I do have a rank 4 Gore as is. And if he gets better, awesome. I also am fully open to the fact that he's not as good as Gallen, he's not as good as Hercules, he's not as good as CGR, he's not as good as Hyperion, but he's still very good. How relics are going to impact things now? Yeah, well, I think we're all curious on that one. I think we are all curious. All featured champions like 90% champion pool. Well, again, if there are more, here's the thing. If there are at least 2 champions in the feature crystal that you are after, I think it's worth opening. If you are hunting for one specific champion, then it's take it or leave it. Mr. Death. Like, I stopped opening features largely when I had just one champion left. I opened a few, but it didn't succeed, and I just stopped and I waited for that. Yeah, we have update for Relics and Crashed, of course. My thoughts on America Chavez in this meta? I don't think she's good. I don't think she's good at all. I don't think she's a good defender. And I don't think she's particularly needed as an attacker. Like, oh, you guys want to hear a funny story? I'm not going to share the screenshots, even though you guys can find it out, but one of the guys that I played on the morning stream accused me of cheating, and he was trying to report me to CCP members so they pass my screenshots and my information for as a modder. 1 second, I'll show the exact fight in question, or exact 2 fights in question that this person found a problem with. So it was this one where I took America Chavez with Havoc in 28 seconds, and he was like dead convinced that I'm modding and it's impossible. And you know, because you know, America Chavez takes no feedback damage and it's only crits, and level 3 does no damage and stuff like that. And he was like really writing this article kind of explaining fight by fight, because I screwed up the first fight. So he says that this is where he enabled his mods. So he writes this to the CCP guy. So he goes like, so this is where I lost the round 1, enabled my mods, and did this fight. And he says, you know, it's impossible because Havoc's detonations do no damage. It's impossible because level 3 does no damage, and all these things. And then he says also that this fight, you know, is probably improbable because Jofix shouldn't have that much damage, but mainly he was focusing on this fight. And so we were laughing our asses off. And obviously when it turned out that this fight was live on the stream, so and that CCP guy quite literally just like forwarded him the stream with the timestamp of this match and the fight itself, you know, then he was like ashamed and apologized to him or whatever. He has never reached out to me or messaged to me or anything of the sort. But yeah, he wasn't well, he was dead convinced that I'm cheating. He was dead convinced that I'm cheating. He was like really serious about it. And yeah, well, that's it. But yeah, before the Battlegrounds went down, you guys can see, I did manage to get to top 3. So I was at 609 points in top 3 spot when the Battlegrounds went down, just before the update. Hopefully we can stay there, or maybe climb higher. But okay, let's get back to game. I think time to auction off the Mankini stream, put a 500 health increase heating bills this winter. Unfortunately, if I try, I mean, we can try and do that, I suppose. Mankini. Well, the problem is if I wear Mankini on stream, then I have no channel anymore. Yeah, they already added the 7-star filter. Yes, in all your stream matches, the mods are called fingers and reds. Hey, thanks, Matt Mingo. Battlegrounds today? Well, they are down at the moment, so I don't know Battlegrounds when. I have no clue when Battlegrounds. Hello, the bugs? Of course, Alberto. Of course. Yes. Okay. There's for sure people cheating, but why would you risk the whole channel? I don't know why. I don't know, but he was just that confident that I was cheating. You know, luckily, obviously I don't think anything would have happened if I hadn't done that fight on a live stream, but just the simple fact that I did that fight live, just the simple fact that I did that fight live, you know, kind of made it much funnier. So, you know, I had a proper giggle today. BG season over? No, they just need to sort out some problems with BGs, that's all. I don't think the season's over. I doubt they will cancel it. Yeah, Mr. Sinister is a very good defender this time around. How many 7-star shots do you have now? I think 8,000 something. I think about 8,000. Seen on forums they have changed BGs so they can't manually play matchmaking, play against themselves, probably. I don't know, maybe. You mean just now you saw it, Mikey? Or it was something that they announced a few days ago? But yeah, that was like one of the last fights in the morning stream, so it was quite nice. What was the bug? The bug was quite simple. Your fights just kind of glitched. It didn't let you lock in whatever champions you were picking when drafting, so it kind of auto-picked for you. And also fights wouldn't start. You would just get that black screen and the fights wouldn't load. The guy would have been like, I think anyone never heard of him, only knows he's a modder. Probably just saw it. Okay, let me check out what's the news there. A lot less lonely with the Ouchie Masters in this new meta. Oh, maybe, yes. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna leave Dab alone in this meta. I mean, that post from 3 days ago? Didn't say anything else new there. So Sinister can easily be nuked using CGR. I won all my fights against him. Mr. Sinister can be countered, of course. With CGR, with Omega Sentinel, you know, with Mysterio, with Rocket Raccoon now, with Warlock. There are champions that will work, but there are champions that work against any champion, you know. That kind of logic is just silly, you know. Just because you can defeat a champion doesn't mean that the champion shouldn't be in your deck, or, you know, there's no champion that can't be taken out quickly. It's kind of like Mr. Negative nukes down Rinter in like under a minute. It doesn't mean that Rinter isn't a crazy good defender to have, and if opponent doesn't have a very good counter to Rinter, then they're fucked. That's the entire point of Battlegrounds, is to kind of play a chess in a sense where your job is to delay opponent as much as possible and clear your fights as fast as possible. So you're typically looking for champions that take longer fight time to take down, or more specifically, often you are looking for champions that have relatively few counters. For instance, any champion in the game can go and defeat Iron Man, right? And do it very quickly, or relatively quickly. But not any champion in the game will be able to take down Sasquatch in a Battlegrounds match. You know what I mean? That's like the entire point. So it always irritates me when people say, it's like, oh, you know, always defeat this champion, or this champion is nothing, nuke him. I'm just like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. It's like, any champion can be defeated. There's not a single champion in this game that you can't take down. In any of the metas. We haven't had a single champion in any of the metas that's like, that's just impossible. The entire point is to have very few attackers being able to take down that champion quickly. Rocket need high sig. I'm not sure yet. Higher the sig, the more power drain you have. I don't think... So I think effectively, yeah, you will need a high sig. I think so. I don't know exactly how it scales because Aunt May hasn't updated yet. So I have no idea exactly where it scales. It depends on scaling, but increased levels of sig for Rocket means that your power drain is going to be more potent. It's kind of like Ghost. You know, Ghost awakened ability, the higher sig, the more power you get, right? It's kind of similar to Rocket. The higher the sig, the quicker you power drain the opponents. Oh shit. Opinion Elsa Trap? I'm personally not running it. Because Elsa, offensively, you know, she doesn't have any immunities, and if you need to use Elsa in offense, now that she doesn't get any of her burst of damage or damage over time effects, and that Degen doesn't do damage, I think she's, you know, fine-ish, but she's not particularly capable on offense, you know, compared to how she normally would be. And on a personal level, I was running like 7 or 8 mutants, and I realized that likely a lot of accounts will be running mutants, because this time around we have Captain Britain, we have Mr. Sinister, you know, we have Havoc that are people running, and you know, Colossus could be another choice mutant that people are running, and that's like on top of Kitty Pryde that people will keep running. So I do think that this is going to be relatively mutant heavy meta. At least it made sense to make it relatively mutant heavy on my account, because Bishop is an absolute beast in this meta, right? Captain Britain is very good. Then we have Colossus that people can be running. People run Domino in this meta. You can run Emma Frost in this meta, and I think I do as well. Some people main Gambit. There's Havoc in it. Some people run Sauron in this meta. Some people run Professor X in this meta. You know, White Magneto, Mr. Sinister, Kitty Pryde in this meta. Toad in this meta is good. Both Storms in this meta are good, and Sunspot in this meta is good as well. So there's just a ton of mutants that I kind of feel are going to be around in this meta. So I quite quickly took out Kitty. Because, yeah, I think it would be very hard to trap somebody. Hey, what's up, DLX Kings? Hiding. And yeah, I'm all the time thinking about Colossus, because Colossus can also be a nasty defender. Did you know that? Not nasty. I want to see actually how much he can stretch out opponents. Have you tried putting Colossus on defense, Rankit? That was like one of the things that I was very interested in, because opponents' critical hits are limited to 150% of their attack rating against Colossus. No, yeah, I know that. I know that bit about Colossus where he gets extra crit rating. But what I'm saying is, what I really want to try out, it's just that I don't want to risk it, you know, because I'm as high as I am. If I wouldn't be as high, I would definitely have tried out Colossus on defense as well. Because enemy critical hits, you see, damage is capped at 150% of the opponent's attack rating. Each time this damage cap is hit, the duration of Colossus armor buffs are refreshed. Additionally, he has 50% chance to gain additional armor up lasting 15 seconds. So when you put him on defense, in theory, you know, he should be capping the crit damage and gaining a bunch of armor ups. So I don't know. You always using Ghost and see the damage. Always Sinister and see the damage difference. Well, I suppose we can do that. Best class to MBG. It doesn't easy fight is Hulkling, but Hulkling is good against virtually everyone. Well, yeah, the thing with Hulkling is his attack rating gets more, you know, very high with the Furies and stuff. And that's why I don't think when I find do Colossus would be interested. Yeah, that's true. I mean, can you test it, Ankit? Let us know. Let us know whether it's anything, you know, worthwhile or it's just not good enough. I mean, he's not a very tough defender, but at the same time, I think, you know, I don't know. Oh, you're not running Suicide anymore. Fair enough. Fair enough. You get new by dot champs. There is no dot champs. That's the thing. There is no dot in this meta. No direct damage, no burst damage, nothing in this meta on defense. I'd rather open skill mutant crystal than the scrappy feature. I disagree. I think this is a very good feature. It just sounds like somebody got very unlucky in this very good feature crystal. Yeah, Toad is very good in the counter, but Nick actually can be done quite well with several champions. I had somebody do Nick in like 40 some seconds with the freaking Sunspot, if you're running that. And yeah, I mean, Nick has more health, but you also kind of have a lot of champions with increased damage output, so you can take Nick with more champions. But yeah, Toad is likely the best counter. Also, Toad is tougher defender in this meta. For sure, Toad is definitely tougher as a defender. What happened to Battlegrounds? Battlegrounds needed a bit of rest. Nothing special. CGR is good counter. Oh yeah, CGR should, yeah, CGR I bet is quite good. I mean, CGR is quite good against a lot of things in this meta. Oh, come on. I don't think that crit bleeds do work. Don't quote me on that, I might be wrong. But I do not think that they do. 44, yeah, it was 44 seconds. That's what I said. Crappy, because right, so long. Right, another 50k shots. I I mean, again, it is a very good crystal though. Oh crap. Tried Nick 4 times to Domino. She never shrugs bleed from suicide. She never gets the precision passive and intercept due to unlucky AI. Oof, that sounds awful. That sounded awful. Who do you rank 4 out of Hulkling, Kingpin, Sijan? My first priority would be Kingpin, because Kingpin has been like amazing for virtually every meta. So yeah, I think Kingpin is kind of like a rank 4 must have, and Hulkling is close to it as well. I think Hulkling is super important to have. It's just yeah, I know Kingpin can, yeah, I know, because of the increased attack rate, and Kingpin just do filthy damage. But yeah, I think Kingpin overall has been good for virtually every meta. Even for the metas, like, yeah, every single meta Kingpin has been a good champion so far. Even in the metas we thought he's going to suck. Even in the meta where opponents are like unblockable the entire fight, it still turns out that Kingpin was just amazing. You know what I mean? And even in that auto-block meta, it turned out that Kingpin is just one of the best. So, yeah. I think Hulkling is an absolute monster as well. Yes, I agree. Hulkling, I don't think is far off. I think, you know, Hulkling is one of my next rank 4s within one of my next 5 or 3 rank 4s. I want it to be Hulkling. If I could do a rank 4 right now, I think I would do Hulkling. For kind of like this meta and stuff. I mean, like, again, oh my god, Kingpin's got bad against Voids. Like, well, no shit, every champion, you know, has bad matchups. It's like, hey, you know, did you know that, I don't know, Rintra is bad against Human Torch? Shit, let's never use Rintra again in battle. Obviously, every champion has bad matchups. Every champion can be countered. That's a given. Again, you know, there is not a single champion that can defeat every other champion in the meta. And there is not a single champion that cannot be defeated by anyone. You know, I think, you know, that much we kind of need to agree on collectively, that every champion can be defeated by somebody. So, and yeah, I have seen Kingpin do take down Void against me as well. Because yeah, and he did it quite quickly too. He lost like half a health, but he had a very fast fight in this meta, so he finished it quite well. Again, Sam Wilson cap outside of our counter. Haven't found much use for him, I think. Yeah, Sam Wilson is one of those champions. I like him. I want to use him more, but I just kind of don't. There are a few people who are absolutely in love with him though. And it's like, the thing about Void in this meta is that Void is good defender against virtually everybody that isn't a double immune champion. You know, that's another thing, is like Void, and you know, because everybody's running Liquid Courage double edge this week, and Void is a good defender against like virtually everybody that's not double immune. Content featured, got do Gallen. Nice. Congratulations. What's the rundown on him? It's very simple. Just do medium, light, medium combos and then drop heavy attack. And after a heavy attack, either level 1 or level 2, and you can do burst of damage. That's more or less it. He's very simple to play. Medium, light, medium, medium, light, medium, medium, light, medium. At some point, drop a heavy attack. As soon as you drop a heavy attack, basically go for level 1 or level 2. And that's it. Yeah, I did get that message, Austin. I did get that survey just before the stream. When's your crystal opening? I already had it. I uploaded it on the channel. You have missed it, my friend. My crystal opening is already out. The literally previous video that I uploaded about 40 minutes before the start of the stream. Boom. Nice. Hulkling and Rintra is rank 3. Who should I awaken? Both of them are usable unawakened, and both of them get relatively better awakened. I think I do Rintra first. Yeah, I think I do Rintra before I do Hulkling with Awakening Gem. When solo arena event ended before the feature in basically... that sucks, yes. Agreed, that does suck. Do you think experience from this meta using suicides would be encouraging to run them in other metas as well? No. As in, like, you always... It doesn't matter whether you feel encouraged or not. What's the best way to put it? Do you know what meta means? What, you know, meta is an acronym for most effective tactics available. Has very little to do about encouragement and stuff like that. Meta doesn't mean that it's the only way to do things. It just means that it's kind of like most effective tactics available. That's what meta, most effective tactics available. And how do you decide what are most effective tactics available? Well, it's largely what the top tier players use in order to be top tier players. And every single time a new node comes out, there is new meta, or every single time new node comes out, there are new most effective tactics available. If you want, you can run suicides in all of the node combinations. Right? Doesn't matter. Like Nick runs Liquid Courage Double Edge Recall all the time. Dab runs Liquid Courage Double Edge Recall all the time. It doesn't mean that it's impossible to compete at all. Like Dab does really, really well, right, with them. But the consensus was, for instance, last week, majority of the top tier players were in the kind of unanimous agreement that you are better off not running those masteries. And that has very little to do with whether you feel comfortable or not. And it's like, think of me, for instance. I am a meta player. I am not like a fanatic of a single champion. I am not like kind of proponent for like a specific strategy, or I'm not, you know, trying to run a specific mastery setup at all times like Nick or Dash. I'm always trying to do what is going to help me win.
Thank you so much, and again, congrats on our new champions. Happy for you. Black Heart.
Thank you very much, OMGSP. And yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you very much, OMG. And yeah, if you want, you can always run those masters if you really want to, and you can do, you know, some degree of well enough. But, you know, ultimately, at the end of the day, it is a fact. With this node combination, that is the most effective tactic. With that node combination, for instance, I don't know, the auto blocker, whatever else, not having recoil is the most effective tactic. That's about it. It's not to do with confidence. Like, I am confident with Liquid Courage Double Edge. I have always been confident with Liquid Courage Double Edge. I run them for years. I have ranked champions specifically to be good with Liquid Courage Double Edge. They also have ranked champions, you know, to be good with other mastery setups. It's not to do with confidence and things like that. It's more to do with what top tier players believe to be most effective. I hope that answers it. I think something can be inherently meta but not used by many top tier players. Well, no. It can be really effective strategy. It's not meta by definition. Meta by definition does mean it's kind of like consensus most effective tactics available. Like Battlegrounds is a lot like a card game, for instance. And you know, in every game there is meta, or in every competitive game there are meta. And for instance, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, and every ban list, so every card, every 3 months or 6 months, Konami, which was the game that ran the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, was issuing like a ban list and releasing new cards and stuff like that. So metagame always changed. And let's say you recognize metagame because, let's say, out of, you know, top 16 in every big tournament, typically 12 or 10 decks were like the same decks, and then there were like 3 other decks, and that was considered meta. But almost always there was also one random deck, one wild player that used completely different tactics, different cards, different strategies, and you could do well with that. And I often did that. For instance, when, you know, you have top 32, out of top 32 you have 20 Chaos Dragons, and you have 8 Insector type, stuff like that, and then I went and topped many tournaments with an Infernity deck, and I won several tournaments with Infernity deck, with being only player who ran that Infernity deck. It did not mean that Infernity deck was meta. It just meant that Infernity deck was effective against that meta. But sure enough, weeks later, Infernity decks became popular and they became meta. But at this time, when there was only like one deck that represented, didn't mean that it's meta. It meant that it's basically a deck that designed... There was even a deck name specifically for decks that were designed to counter current meta, and that were just kind of like lockdown meta that were considered to be anti-meta. I hope that kind of makes sense. Meta by consensus. Meta is the most effective tactics available as agreed by majority of the people. If you are an outlier who does something very effectively against the grain, that is not meta. That's something else. You're very effective, you're a meta killer, you're a meta slayer, you're an original, you know, deck builder, you're an original strategist, but you're not part of the meta. If because of you that becomes popular, then eventually it can become meta. But for it to become meta, it has to get a wide recognition from top players to start using the same tactics. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I hope I answered it. I tried to answer it the best I can. No, well, take my questions, try to appreciate you with super chat. Of course, time doesn't work. If you want to appreciate me, you can try out Streamlabs or... But yeah, no worries. I think, you know, I'm quite interested in these discussions myself. But the point is, yes, something can be extremely effective and something can be potentially the best in this game mode. But until majority of the players acknowledge it, it is by definition not a part of metagame. It becomes a part of metagame when it becomes wildly accepted as most effective tactics, or one of the most effective tactics. Who do you think Defender AI has gotten tremendously smart? Yes, no joke, man. Defender AI is so good. In the last 2 or 3 months, I have been getting parried 10 times more often and intercepted 10 times more often. AI, especially in Battlegrounds, I think, is tuned to like 13 now. They shallow intercept you, they parry in impossible situations. Like, I remember when I was waiting for opponent to do something, and he was just standing there holding block. So I ran in, he was holding block, and I'm running in to tap his block, and he parries me. When it visually looked like he just continuously held up his block. When you switch decks and BGs and you have a suicide setup, doesn't mean switch your master setup again. There's no, you basically lock in whatever mastery setup you want on your deck, and until you change it, it's going to remain the same. So when you design a deck, you lock in your current mastery setup to your deck, and then you can do whatever you want with your masteries, and until you lock in a new setup, that old setup is going to remain there. So for instance, right now I have Liquid Courage Double Edge on, and I have locked it on my deck. Alliance War season is about to start. I'm going to remove Liquid Courage Double Edge in order to place Alliance War defense, but my deck is going to still have Liquid Courage Double Edge on. If I want to take off Liquid Courage Double Edge from my deck, I need to go to my deck and lock in the setup that I will have in a week, for instance. This week, Suicide Masteries are a meta, yes. Okay, Ankit, what did you ask me to read out? Imagine if Crossbones would crit like Guardian. Oh yeah, if Crossbones would crit like Guardian, he'd be absolutely bonkers. 100% agree. 100% agree. And yeah, this is gonna be it for today's stream as well. I'll finish it up right now. So, huge thank you to all of you who supported the stream. You guys are awesome, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to